Hello YouTubers, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be about aligning the hood on my 68 Cutlass. But this will pretty much apply to any of the A-bodies that are out there, and probably lots of other cars. So this is just how I did it on my Cutlass, but this applies to, I would imagine, most hood hinges and setups where the hood sits very similar to this position. So you're going to see me go through some gyrations of getting this hood lined up. I mean, the easy part is getting the hood to fall within the margins that you want. The much harder piece is actually getting the hood to lay down level on the car, which I struggled with a little bit. I did some research on the internet and got some tips and tricks on how to do this, and there's some counterintuitive steps here when you go to make that a final adjustment. So I thought I'd just point it out, you know, what I went through to get this done, and hopefully this will help you in your quest to get your hood on aligned, not only aligned correctly, but closing correctly too and laying flat. So let's go into it. All right, so the hood is on the car and it's looking pretty good. I just have it on here basically the way that it came. I try to do just a little tweaking, but then, you know, every time I've had that hood off in the past, it's been going right back on without having to have had the fenders adjusted or the hinges adjusted. So that has been done on both sides. So now we're into trying to get this to be correct. And I'm having a little bit of trouble with the height adjustment, especially on the back. Also getting it to sit correctly. Right now I got enough room for a 1/4 inch on each side between the hood, and what I did was I measured the hood, and then I measured the distance between the fenders, between these openings right here, and split the difference, and I got a 1/2 inch to play with, so that means I got a 1/4 inch on each side that I have available. That would be a really nice fit. This hood before had a pretty decent fit, so that's what I'm going to try. Now the first thing we're going to have to do is I'm going to go ahead and tape up the edges so that I don't have any, if something was to rub against each other, hopefully I don't take any paint off. So that's the first step to get done, so let me get that done. All right, I think the first thing that I want to do is try to get the hood lined up better on here. Well, let's take a test closing. A couple of things I've noticed right off the bat is that this secondary latch is right on the edge of hitting here. So it may even make more sense to kind of remove it now, but I can definitely adjust it over. But also what I noticed is that the lip here is too close. So this definitely is not going to close with it this close. So I am going to see about pushing it over a little bit. It needs to go over to the driver's side a pinch, and that's the first thing I'll try to do so that I can get this to close. And to do that, we'll loosen up the 2 bolts that hold each side of the hood, and I won't take them out, I'll just loosen them up, and then we'll try to slide it over. Let me loosen up these bolts just a little bit. try to move it over. Let's see if it did anything.
Yeah, I'd say what, Dad, the 5G, the G is really good.
Doesn't feel like it went anywhere. Really does not feel like it moved. I'm going to use this paint stick to try to figure out how much clearance I have. To me, the paint stick is fairly straight up and down, which tells me, well, now it's starting to go off a little bit. It's going a little more at an angle. So down here, so it's almost like this fender is going to have to come out this way, and that's what I think I remember. There should be a shim there. I've got to check. Make sure there's a shim there. On this side, I got way a lot of room. So that means if I could pull the hood this way, now that went too far, but it let me know that it can be done. Okay. That feels pretty straight up and down there. So that gives me about a 1/4 inch, or 1/8 of an inch. And it looks like we'll be able to maintain that. That stick looks pretty straight up and down. Maybe just slightly like that. That looks pretty good. So I think that does it. Let me just make sure I can maintain that. Yeah, pretty much maintain that all the way to the top. So I think that solved the gap issue. Yeah, I got gap the whole way now. So the thing to do is to try to lift this hood without adjusting it. All right, let's double check the alignment. Okay, looks like it maintains a 1/4 inch. Might be a hair more over here, but I mean nothing that I am concerned about. Okay, let's look at this latch, because I think this latch is off. Well, not really too bad. It's maybe off 1/8 of an inch or so, that it could move over to the driver's side. I don't think this is a half. I'm going to try to raise the back of the hinge and lower the front of the hinge. I think I tried it the other way where I picked the hood up and pushed the hood up and tried to get the back to slide down as far as possible, but that doesn't look like it did anything. So now I'm actually going to try the reverse. I'm going to try to rotate the back of the hinge up and maybe keep the front, maybe see if it'll go down anymore, but kind of rotate it like that. So, all right, and I wanted to go over with you the final fitment on the hood now. I was able to get the alignment and the hood looking good. So here is the final alignment over on this side of the hood. It's got a nice straight a seam there, and same thing over here. It's a pretty consistent gap all the way down the hood. Hood comes to a nice flush thing. The fenders are fitting pretty decent. That's about all. It's a little more than what you may like there, but it's not off too much. At least it fits good here, fits good here, and the alignment's good all the way down the car. So I'm pretty happy with that. I was able to cut back on the spacers that I had down here. It might be kind of hard to see, but there's one fatter spacer down here and one thinner spacer down there. That's probably a little less spacer than what it initially had, but anyways, that's where I have that. So the fit is really good. Now, to go over what I did, it wasn't too difficult. Well, it was a little difficult until you understand, you know, pretty much what you have to do. So the driver's side, excuse me, driver's side's hinge went on pretty good. The key thing that you saw me do was put on the tape. It's important while you're lining this up to have the tape both on the fenders and on the hood. And the best way to get the fitment is what I did was I loosened up all 4 bolts that hold the hood on here. So 1, 2, and of course the other 2 on the back. Just made them a little loose so the hood would come down. And then I would just drop the hood down and get it lined up the way I wanted it to without actually locking it into the car here. Getting it set up, picking it up real easy, and then coming back and then tightening up the bolts and then rechecking. Maybe once or twice to get the hood even with the gaps. Like I said, about a 1/8 gap on each side. And then to get the hood lined up, you just have to understand the settings for me was the back of the hinges are all the way down. So they're down as far as they can go. Truck going by there. To get the hood level, what I found was it's a little counterintuitive, but the hood was sticking up probably a 1/2 inch or so in the back. So to get it to come back down, you actually pick the front of the front of the hinge up. So I just got myself underneath. I'd loosen this bolt here up a little bit, loosen the bolt in the back a little bit up, and this hood was sitting on my shoulder, and then I would just pick it up like about 1/8 of an inch, go ahead and tighten this bolt up, and then tighten up the bolt in the back and try it again. And that is the way you'll probably start out with both your hinges all the way down. So the hinge is sitting as low on the hood or low on the fender as it can. And then you'll just have to come back up and raise this front bolt, or, you know, raise it on the front here 1/8 of it at a time. And believe it or not, the hood will sink down when you raise this pivot point here up. So pretty much the other side, I really didn't have to do any adjustments. It's probably sitting around the same spot. I must have done a better job of getting it lined up one time. And then I only had one side riding high, the passenger side, and now I've got it so it's not riding high. So when you shut the hood, come over here, and you can see this gap looks real good. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, on both sides, this hood is looking good all the way across. It's got good gaps running down the length of it on both sides, and it's looking pretty good. So I'm happy with that. So now it's on to buttoning up some last little things. I did get to take the car around the block, and you probably aren't aware, but I changed the steering gear in this car and rebuilt the steering column. So I had that done. I also changed or had to replace the axle bearings on the rear. So I also did that, and I also changed some things on the transmission. Changed the oil, put in a new dipstick with a new type of an aftermarket dipstick, and a couple other things just to clear up any leaks that I have. Now I really only have one leak, which is back on the rear main seal of the engine, and that'll have to wait to a rebuild on that. So it's got an old rope seal in it, and it's just not much I can do with it. But the body work now is looking good. Everything's lined up good, and now it's just a matter of finishing, polishing maybe a little bit, and you know, getting her back on the road. So that's it. Just wanted to bring you along to where I'm at right now. Okay guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.